If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Siblings throughout history have engaged in rivalries. Cereal legend Will Kellogg and his brother struggled with bullying, different business philosophies, and a battle over the family name. 90s music mainstays Liam and Noel Gallagher from the band Oasis clashed from oversized egos, contrasting personalities, and control over the band. And even biblical hotties Cain and Abel struggled with jealousy issues over unequal divine favor, leading to deep-seated resentment and the first recorded murder in history. But nearly 80 years ago, two brothers with a successful company found themselves in a hostile dispute and power struggle that would last their entire lives. It was a rivalry that not only ripped apart their families, but it divided an entire town, pitting citizen against citizen. But as far-reaching as this fight was, without it, we wouldn't have two of the largest sports manufacturing companies in the world. And that's why this week's On Brand is our fourth Battle of the Brands. Adidas versus Puma.
We're all jazzed up, nearly having a cow. You want your favorite show and it's on right now. It's on brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa.
I'm Jon.
I'm Marisa. Go!
Let's get ready to rumble! Are you ready to fight? It's been a while since we fought.
We have World Cup fever, as does the rest of the globe.
I am literally dripping in sweat with World Cup fever. That is the only reason I'm sweating. It's not because of
Doctor, he's got World Cup fever.
Oh, I do think I've got the fever.
If that's what's making you sweaty, you've had World Cup fever for the past 17 years?
Wow. So the fight has begun. Gloves are off.
No, people don't like when we fight. We're friends. We'll let the people decide. We'll each make our case and we'll put it up to a vote. I don't know if we ever revealed the winner of the last battle.
I feel like we're really bad at these battles. Instant disclaimer, I have not done quite as much research on this as I normally would have. So
you breaking into the library at night.
Yeah. There was no
Microfiche.
microfilm. I did read a few articles from the 1940s.
Okay, it wouldn't be if you didn't.
I'm just throwing that out there in case I miss something glaring when somebody's like, you didn't even mention that.
Hey, honey, if I miss something, I'm going to lie. Gloves are off.
Gloves are off. I mean, I already think I know who the winner is. I feel like the way we're going to approach this is we're each taking not only a brand, you have, and again, another thing for the record, I've only been saying Adidas for one day.
Oh, same.
I watched the documentary yesterday. I don't know if you watched that 3-part documentary.
I saw clips of it, but yeah, I didn't watch
I watched that last night, and literally no one says anything but Adidas. So now it's like Adidas. And
yeah, but like we're in America, so we can say like quesadilla.
Right. It's like we say Bjork. There they say, in a month, I'm going to have to say Bjork.
You're going to have to.
I'm going to have to.
A month. Countdown is on.
Does Bjork wear Adidas's? They're like, what's your podcast? And Puma. Half of the people on the thing were saying Puma.
Don't like that.
I don't love it, but I'm going to stick to it. Puma.
Puma.
It sounds very Family Guy.
It sounds...
It's like very Stewie. Puma.
It sounds like something your dermatologist would tell you need a small procedure for.
I hate to let you know this. You have 40% Puma in your blood. Now, it's not urgent. You have 4 months to live.
Speaking of, is my wound going to be distracting? It's starting to heal.
It looks
Close
good.
up on wound cam.
Let me ask you this. Is my 2-day-old sticky remnant from giving blood going to be distracting? My bruise thing, why won't this stick go away? I showered. Why won't this go away?
Wait, are you going to talk about blood now? I mean, you have to. You're wearing the shirt.
I mean...
Okay, give the people what they want. Jon.
You might notice I went clothes shopping at Red Cross. They had a new very limited collab. I think it's only like 9 days or something.
Oh, wow.
New Looney Tunes collab.
It's really cute. It looks like it's from the 80s.
Look at this shirt. It's so good.
It's a really 80s design. There's all the hits. You got Bugs, you got Porky, you got Roadrunner, you got
Tweety.
Sylvester, Tweety.
Wile E. Coyote. And I get my ducks confused. Daffy Duck?
No, that's not Daffy.
Yeah, that's Daffy. Donald is the one that's a sailor, right?
That's Daffy.
That's Daffy Duck.
Great. And they've
all given blood.
Flags
Look at Tweety.
waving.
He's a little like they're in a band. It looks like it's a combination of for the 250th anniversary of America. It's like very 4th of July. If you're on YouTube, by the way, we're rocking on YouTube. We've crossed 900. I'm going to put this ad up front. If I don't get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the time I'm supposed to leave for Iceland, I'm canceling the trip. So I need 25 people to subscribe a week for the next 4 weeks. Wait, are you
subscribed?
I'm sure I am. I subscribe to all of our
I don't know if I am.
You don't know if you
I don't know if I am.
It's one button. Hit subscribe. It's free.
On the go. Okay, so was this a blind box for the shirts, or did you know that this was the one design that you would confidently get?
There was only one design.
Thank God.
Now, what was different?
Or else you drained like a old raisin. No blood left.
I do ask. I'm like, listen, I'm just so I know. Do you have an XL of the shirt in stock?
And if they had said no, what would you have done?
I would rebooked for another place.
Oh, I thought you would have just been like, then I'm keeping my blood where it belongs in my body.
This blood is for me.
Also, last time you gave blood, I forget how long ago that was. You were like, this is me now. You're like, I'm just going to start giving blood. Like, it's like a really easy thing to do. I think you did like a little PSA to everybody about giving blood.
Yeah, everyone should get blood when there's a collab. So what did I walk away with? I walked away with a t-shirt. I ate one snack there, Nilla wafers. Hello, forgot about those.
Whoa, really good.
How good are Nilla wafers?
I have so few memories of my childhood. One of my like 9 memories of my childhood is eating Nilla wafers, dunking them in milk. Dunking a Nilla wafer in milk, leaving it on the windowsill of my house, coming back like 2 weeks later, and it still being there.
Wow, that's your one childhood memory? I remember seeing my mom when I'm walking home from the bus stop.
Don't remember any of that.
Going to grandma's house, and she would serve me black coffee. I was like, Grandma, I'm 5.
Do you have any memories of your parents tucking you into bed?
No.
What about reading a book?
No, but I have a memory of having my family come into my bedroom, me hiding in the closet, unironically, bursting out and doing my rendition of Rhinestone Cowboy. Do you know that song?
Yes.
I'm a rhinestone cowboy.
I'd love to see it.
I was super gay. This was before.
You called everybody in for you to...
In my memory, but my siblings might hear this and be like, what are you talking about?
Bursting out of the closet to sing Rhinestone Cowboy. And they were surprised.
I did that same thing my first year of college.
That's right. That's right.
So it took a little bit of math because I had to look to see when last year's Peanut shirts dropped, assuming they'll drop again at the same time this year. So last year, those were announced in August, dropped in September. The reason I had to look is because you can only donate blood every 8 weeks. So if it falls in the same slot as it did last year, I should be fine for the window to give blood again when the Peanut shirts drop. Now, if they drop early, I'm screwed. I'm going to have to come up with a fake ID.
You really will be screwed.
I will be devastated. Now, what I did differently this time was instead of going to Red Cross, I learned twice a month do a pop-up at the Eagle Rock Mall. Talk about a depressing mall. I talked
J-Do, 19-hour fitness.
All closed. Well, 19-hour fitness is still there. But yeah, I did a whole write-up on how sad this mall was 15 years ago.
Sure.
It is, and it was all like weird store. It was J-Do. It was 19-hour fitness. There's a seafood shop there.
They were really banking on people forgetting their glasses.
Yeah.
Thinking that they were walking past a J. Crew. That's what they were really hoping for.
The funny thing is when I was leaving, like 2 buff guys were walking in. I was like, this is your gym of choice. I mean, I guess maybe
it's chill.
It's big parking lot.
David got a massage at that mall and it was all spine. Talk about oops all spine. The Trader Joe's moms would love this massage place because it was all spine work. Elbow up the vertebra.
They call it the salmon special.
Yes. It was after our close friend died and we were wandering on the mall and it was just kind of seemed like such like a, just like get a massage like you're stressed out.
Matt died and your place of comfort was the Eagle Rock Mall?
We went to go get a picture with the Easter Bunny just to kind of like shake up the energy.
This is before children.
Everybody knows. Yeah, right. So it just comforts me to sit on a grown man's lap. You know that when you're grieving, you kind of do weird things to shake. I rode on a Lime scooter.
Yeah.
Just you want to shake it up. And we were like, what would be nice is just like getting a massage. And it was actually helpful because David remembers like laughing to himself about how bad this massage was. And we all know what it's like to be sad. It feels really good to laugh.
Yeah.
So you got to go to the Eagle Rock Mall.
I went to the Eagle Rock Mall. I was shocked at how many shuttered storefronts there are.
Oh, so sad.
And Macy's is gone. So there's only 2 anchors, Macy's and Target. Macy's is gone. I boycott Target. They do have this seafood city there, which I do like to go there to get my like weird Asian chips and candies and soy sauces. Yeah. My soy sauce is now $8 a bottle. Just another thing to bitch about. I don't know if that's normal. That seems really high. It is organic, but it used to be like $4. Now it's $8. Now Seafood City's fun because half of the store is just piles of dead fish.
I went to Seafood City with you one time.
Yeah.
And I remember because it's truly the only grocery store that has this. You kept touching the piles of fish and then trying to touch me.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There's just like, in the same way there's like apples in a grocery store, it's just like piled up like carp.
Yep, a pile of pink fish, and they're all just like looking at you.
They're with their little glassy dead eyes.
I mean, there's something fascinating about them. Fish, I know.
It's so American to be like having our food like it needs to be behind glass. And then so much of the world, it's like, yeah, the food is like out there where you can see it. And I find it to be very scary.
Yeah.
It's like a house of horrors to me.
Yeah.
I'm this close to becoming a vegetarian again with these baby chicks.
Oh, really?
I'm this close.
I could see that. You really
Did I have a cheeseburger last night? Yeah, but it might be the last one for a while.
From where? This is when I get mad because I wasn't invited. From
Babe,
where?
you talk about you like throwing out half of a dozen of Krispy Kremes because you don't want them. From Paperback Brewing.
Wow.
Oh, are we keeping record of how many times Jon throws out food that he can't finish instead of bringing it over to me?
You know what I had last night?
What?
A hamburger. You know with who? Myself.
From where?
I ate it at the mall by myself on a bench outside.
Why didn't you bring me one?
Because I had a coupon for 1 free fry, not 2.
From where?
Five Guys.
Oh, Five Guys. That is pricey. One free fry, garbage can wheeled out of fries. They give you so many fries there.
Now they're like cheap. They didn't do like the pour-in.
Really?
Yeah. But I only go there if something is free.
Sure.
So I got what's called the little cheeseburger and the little fry. The little fry normally costs $6.
And feeds a family of 10.
It doesn't anymore.
Wow,
like they used to like pour them in. Maybe
That's
they do that with the large. But even with that free fries, it was still like an $11 meal for that little hamburger. It's a good burger though.
It's good.
Part of me almost likes it. I won't say more than an In-N-Out, but it's just such a different burger than In-N-Out. Like it.
Yeah, you haven't had a Habit in a while.
No, I have. I just haven't talked about it. Habit, I don't know if I like as much as I thought.
There's something like school lunchy about Habit.
Yeah.
In a way that I don't hate. But you have to be in the right mood for that.
What's grinding my gears with Habit now, what's flipping my burger with them is they always have this thing now. If the Dodgers get like if they do something in a game, like a double something, you get a free double cheeseburger with $8 purchase. They make everything so it's impossible to get $8. Like you're gonna get like everything's like $3.99.
They crack the code so that you have to buy.
So you're gonna be spending $12, or you get fries for $3.99 and then buy like 6 sauces.
The second meal free really screws over people who are single, and also especially with a meal like this that does not keep. You know what I mean? Like if it was like yellow curry 2 for $1, you'd be like, great, I'll eat that for the next 3 lunches. But like you're not eating like a Habit burger tomorrow.
No, but I might go to Five Guys again today. I've already I ran it through on the app to see if I could use the coupon again. Said no. I made another identity.
Babe.
I logged out and I made
When I talked to you and you're like, I'm swamped. This is
Babe,
why.
This was in bed at probably 6:30 this morning. I woke up at 5:15 this morning and couldn't sleep. So I thought I'd see if I could use that coupon again later in the day. And I can. So I'm either going to get Mediterranean or Five Guys again.
Sure. Okay.
Here's the thing I like about Five Guys: sauteed mushrooms.
Oh, premium topping.
Sauteed mushrooms and A1. Every place I really like has A1.
You steal that A1?
No, this time I didn't. I had them just put it on.
This time
I didn't. And you know what else they have? They have really good fries and bottles of malt vinegar.
Oh, yes.
A malt vinegar on the right fry.
That is this is a little marketing thing. If you're going to open up a burger place, you have to set yourself apart. Condiments are a really easy way to do that.
And if you want a fry that's good with malt vinegar, get the kind that have a little skin on it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like on the tip, there's a little skin.
And they can even be a little thicker if you're vinegaring them up.
Yeah. Soak up that.
You said, I want to go back to your snacks you had at Red Cross because it seemed like you said like, I ate a snack there.
I ate a snack there. So leaving Red Cross, hidden in my this shirt, folded. I don't think they cared. They seemed like it was like 3 people.
Okay.
2 of them were gabbing about the weekend, trying to make my next appointment already. I was like, girl, I already told you I'm not making it until you guys drop the Peanuts collab.
Did you say it like that?
Yeah. No, but I did say, so will you guys stop calling me for a minute? Because Red Cross calls me like 3 times a day for my blood.
Unreal.
I was like, now that I've given blood, do I get a little reprieve from that? She's like, yeah. She's like, give it a day. And then,
give it a day. You can't even give blood for 8 weeks. Why are they should call you in 8 weeks.
Call me in 8 weeks. 2 days. No, she said, give it a day. And then the call should stop. Yesterday, get a call from Red Cross. It's like, guys.
It's a robot or a person. Which one?
I don't know because I don't answer.
You know what this is? The vampire's curse. You used to be a vampire. Now they seek your blood.
I know. Now I'm a reverse vampire.
Wow.
So Nilla wafer, super good. Even if it's like 50 years of them changing the ingredients to like be cheaper, they taste great.
Oh yeah, you layer those up with some pudding, slice some bananas on top. Forget about it.
I was about to say, if you put them on your lover as fake nipples and nibble them off, like forget about
it.
All the
merch.
What's the merch?
Nilla wafers.
I got Nilla nipples, Nilla nips merch.
So folded up in your shirt was another snack?
So left there with
apple
juice box, which I accidentally exploded and it went all over me.
Wait, how?
At Jollibee, because I went to Jollibee after I left there because it's one of the only other things I like in the mall.
Wait, but you got a burger at the mall.
No, this was two different mall experiences.
Oh.
I took an apple juice, a pack of cheese.
Why were you at the mall yesterday? Just for this burger from Five Guys?
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I didn't even go in the mall. I just went in the mall, got the burger, and came outside.
You just have to run through
I
the
understand.
checklist. So apple juice exploded all over you at Jollibee.
Cheez-Its, another Nilla wafers because I realized how good they were. And a Kind bar. Talk about that feels to me like a Kind bar seems like such a premium giveaway.
That's like airport lounge. That's like premium Capital One Club.
That's Capital One Club. That's Delta Lazy Lounge. There's something about that clear wrapper, nice graphics.
Yeah.
It's always like a dark something, sea salt something.
It's honestly all almonds.
It's almost all almonds.
A premium nut. Held together with, I can only imagine, as corn syrup.
Probably a lot of corn syrup.
But they're good. I
already ate that. It was melting in my house. It's so hot here these days.
It's really hot, yeah.
But we won't complain.
I'm going to be in the 90s. No, we won't complain. It's been hotter other places for much longer.
I'm sure people are suffering all over the world. All right, so we have this battle. We haven't planned this out.
We're going to feel it as we go. This is going to be jazz. We're going to feel it out as we go. This is an iconic battle for the ages. And this was a suggestion from a listener.
It was someone in YouTube.
And Alistair sent us a picture of it, right? Or did he just tell us about it?
I think he just told us. I think someone else has mentioned it before. More than one person has mentioned to this. This is something the freaks have been clamoring for.
So with the World Cup, we wanted to do 2 big sponsors and Sporto brands. And this is an iconic rivalry. If you know anything about anything, sneakers or sports, or if you're German, you know that the Adidas and the Puma brands were started by brothers who now, in the grave.
Long dead.
Long dead, but they spent their entire lives in a bitter feud that divided their entire town.
Yeah.
Pretty huge. Do you have a sibling rivalry with any of your siblings? Have you ever had a falling out?
So much. No, I have 2 older brothers, 2 younger sisters. I'm queerly right in the middle.
Sure.
Perfectly mixed and stirred.
Did anybody kick your butt or did you kick their butt?
I've never been in a fight. I've been like almost once in like a scuffle with an ex-lover, but even that felt like...
What, like a...
okay. This, you know what that reminds me of? That very powerful commercial. I don't know if you remember this. Forget who it was for. I want to say Dove.
Show us how a girl throws.
Yeah, and like, And then by the end, they're like, this is how a girl throws. Okay. That's you. Don't you always feel like
how does a Jon throw?
I throw good. I'm a jock. Jon can't jump, but Jon can throw.
I saw a video of friends.
Jon can't jump. Jon can throw merch.
I saw a video of friends dying laughing, watching each other sprint for the first time. Like, because when do you see your friends like run as fast as they possibly can? And these gals were just like dying laughing. So I feel like we should try that.
I can't run. I can't skip. I can't jump. I can't rollerblade. I can't do anything with wheels on my feet or standing on something that has wheels.
You can swim.
I can't swim. Oh. I have a noodle. I bring my own noodle to all my house.
Your car has a lot of noodles in it.
Because they go on sale for like $1 and I'm like, I should get some extra noodles. I have some in storage too.
They're not like hard to come by.
Girl, try to get a noodle in November and tell me that. When you house sit in November and you're like, I need a noodle, Tell me where you get one.
Wow, heated pool in November. Must be nice.
Yeah, it is. So this like rivalry with these brothers, I did not realize how it really infiltrated the entire town.
I didn't know that either.
Like
that was crazy.
Was like, you weren't allowed, you either were Adidas or Puma.
I might have a problem with this pronunciation.
Oh, it's all it is.
There was a thing where it was like, you had to wear like the shoes of the team that you were like aligned with.
Yeah.
And like, I saw one thing that was like, if you were like going to someone's house for some reason, like one of the Adidas, bro, Adi's house, and you would like wear Pumas, he'd be like, no, take those off. And he would like give you a pair of Adidas.
Cut your feet off.
He'd cut your feet off.
You weren't allowed to date someone who was for the other team.
Yes, it was a true Romeo and Juliet situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For shoes.
Like, who cares?
It's like, who cares? They're like
it's Nazi
cleats.
Germany. There's bigger fish to fry.
Oh, we're going to get to that. And I've coined a new word when we do.
Oh, okay.
So how do we go about this? Do we talk about like the history?
Let's just introduce these boys a little bit.
That's the other thing I was going to say. So not only do I feel like you're representing Adidas, I'm representing Puma. We're also representing the boys of those brands. So you're Adolph, also known as Adi, and I'm Rudolph, also known as Rudolph.
Yeah, he didn't go with Rudy.
No.
He's less whimsical.
Yeah.
So if my name is Adolph, I might be scraping for a nickname.
No, I think full Adolph all the time. So yeah, do you want to introduce your boy?
Yeah. So we'll start talking about, okay, I wrote out the pronunciation of this town and I was like, I'm going to get this right.
I can say it too. Okay, here's our first battle. How do you pronounce this town?
Herzogenaurach.
I think it's pronounced Herzogenaurach.
Did you watch the same YouTube video I did?
I don't know. I got this from the documentary.
Okay. There's a guy who does like pronunciations videos and it'll be like, I want to know one word. And it's like a 45-second video. And it's like,
girl,
get to the point. Just say the word.
Fun fact. I use pronunciation videos a lot for this podcast. I used it,
I believe it,
right before we started recording just to make sure that you say Noel Gallagher from Oasis. I was like, is his name Noel? Noel? How do you say it?
The first Noel. His parents loved Christmas.
But there is a guy on there who makes, maybe it's AI, that just does name. When I did Statue of Liberty, oh my God, all those French names.
Names out the wazoo. Like,
in French, you would say Zouapapissé. But if you're in America, you could say Swabadooby. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Shamalama ding dong.
Shamalama ding dong. All right. So you've got Adolph.
We got Adolph Dassler. He's one of four. And his father worked in a local shoe factory. If this overlaps with you, feel free to pipe in on Rudolph's experience with the local shoe factory. Adi, he apprenticed as a baker at age 13, which was his dad's choice. His dad was kind of pushing him into being a baker, and he hated it. His real obsession was sports. He was a sporto. He was a jock like you. He loved track, football, boxing, skiing, javelin, and he would do all those with his best friend, Fritz. And they would use homemade equipment because they couldn't afford real gear. So when he was growing up, the idea that stuck in his craw that really propelled his vision for his entire business was that every athlete in every sport wore basically the same shoe. So this is where he started to believe if a shoe was built for a specific demands of one sport, that would give the athlete a real edge. His personality, I mean, I think he was hot. He was hot.
I don't even know if I pulled up pictures of. I did see pictures of them on that doc. I can't remember. Nothing stuck out as hot, but it wasn't where my head.
I mean,
was
of
at.
the time,
yeah,
of the time, they had a rough life. Personality wise, Adolph, he is very obsessive technician. He's more introverted. He's quiet. He's hands on. He's always tinkering away on the sidelines on something, asking athletes, "Oh, what's wrong with that shoe? What hurts? Foot." Toes, heel.
Right.
So he's not so much of a salesman or a showman. He's more of a tinkerer.
Right.
Maybe a Dyson type.
Maybe a foot fetish.
You think that's what it was?
Might have a foot
He
fetish.
just wanted to get a closer look at those little piggies.
Yeah. Did you see those shoes that went down the runway for next season's fashions from...
No.
I don't know fancy brand. Saint Laurent.
Oh,
That's a brand.
Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent.
Men's clear
no
dress shoes.
Nope.
Clear
like jellies?
Full foot, No, clear, like the worst part
What material?
I'm going to send you a picture.
Like plastic that will yellow in 2 weeks?
Oh my God, the picture, you're going to pass out.
Disgusting.
If you look this up, be sure to be pulled over.
Do you know what I hate about clear? When skin pushes against it and turns white.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think I would like to see a man's hairy toe like pressing up against the side of clear and being whitened from pressure.
Get ready to not like that.
Okay, clear.
Not only is it full raw foot through the clear shoe, it's a long pointy shoe. So there's like 2 inches of point after the toes.
That's terrible. That is really, really terrible.
I wonder what Adi and Rudolph would think about these.
Oh my gosh, they're shaking in their boots.
And the model has a really, like his second toe is like way too long and curved.
I don't like that one bit.
That's what she said. All right, sorry, go.
So he's into his shoes, he's into his athletes, and he gets, this was a word I didn't know, old-timey word, conscripted, which means drafted into World War I in June 1918. He's released in October 1919, and he came home to a mommy who her laundry business has collapsed because people are so poor after the war that they're not hiring people to fluff and fold. Makes sense.
I've only done that like twice. It ends up being a lot more expensive than you think.
To me, it's like the fluffing and the folding. I don't have a hard time with that. It's the putting away. Come to my house and put it away.
Yeah, put it away.
I'm not paying for you just to wash. That's the easy part. Yeah. Leave it in the washing machine. Forget about it. It's sour. Pour vinegar in. Do it again. Do that 3 times. That's my world.
I now just do laundry whenever I house sit. So
yeah, that's smart.
I used to do it here every week. I haven't done it here in so long.
Because you've been house sitting so much lately.
I know.
So he set up a shop in the empty laundry shed and he started making shoes. This is very Dyson back in the shed. He started making shoes from just like scavenged material that he could find. So he had like leather cut from like old army helmets. Very you with your sofa.
Also very Doc Martin. Did the same thing.
True.
Doc Martin would be, I think Doc Martin was like 10 years later.
Well, yeah, it's same spirit. So he was using bread pouches, silk slippers sewn from parachute fabric. So he's very crafty and he's tinkering. Okay, how do we say the name again? Herzenagaraha's electricity was really unreliable in the town. So he rigged a stationary bicycle to a leather milling machine and he would pedal it to keep it running. So he's crafty. He's a tinker boy. Tinker toy.
Okay.
I bet he played with Tinker toys.
Probably. I don't know when those came out, but that would be a good brand to do. I love Tinker toys. Oh no, I didn't. But I liked the Lincoln Logs.
You probably liked both. My mom still has both from like the 1950s. This is where the brother enters the story. So you feel free. I'm going to pass the shoe over to you to tell us a little bit about Rudolph.
Interesting that you think that that's when the brother enters the story.
Is that interesting?
Rudolph was actually born before Adi. So he entered the story a little bit before.
Okay, tell us about Rudolph.
Like 2 years before that guy. Rudolph was the older brother. He was much more, I would say, like me. So I would say you're like Adi, except for the technical stuff. You're like Adi because you like a laundry room.
I'm dumb Adi.
You're dumb old Adi. I'm Rudolph because I was much more extroverted and outgoing.
That's fair.
I'm always looking for a good time. All right, so Rudolph was also drafted into the war in 1914. And while he's out there, serving his country, Adi's back at home playing around, making doll clothes in the laundry room. Rudolph comes back from the war and he looks at Adi and is like, bro, I don't know what you're doing. I think you know what I want to do? I want to continue to serve. I'm going to be a policeman. So he decides he would like a career as a policeman. He does realize that that's not for him.
That's fair. We love a pivot.
So he decides not to be a policeman. And then he decides that he will also help make the shoes. 1923, he joins Adi in their shoe manufacturing business. And together, talk about words you can't say. Their company.
Bruder,
Dassler, Sports Shoe Fabric. Sports Shoe Fabric. I bet that just means like shoe fabric.
I bet it does.
Factory. It stands for the Dassler Brothers Sports Shoe Factory.
There you go. This is where they kind of find their like division of labor, right? So like Adi, he's like focusing on the technical design, and then Rudolph, he's more like running the sales.
He's a salesman. He's out there. He's because he's extroverted. He's comfortable talking to people.
So that's interesting you say that Rudolph is comfortable talking to people because wasn't it Adi who in the 1928 Amsterdam Olympics gave German runner Lena Radke a pair of his spikes and she won her first ever officially recognized women's 800-meter Olympic gold and world record time?
You're talking about Lena? Yeah, I mean, sure.
So he felt like comfortable. He's not like such a wallflower that he's like, I'm scared to talk to Lena. Rudolph, will you talk to her for me? I mean, he's a confident man.
You know what we call that?
What?
Now?
Yeah.
A star He's a star So sure, if it were today, he would have a TikTok and he'd be shooting Lena in her shoes, like woo, woo, woo. Look who's wearing my kicks.
Oh yeah, you know what they both would have? A podcast.
Yeah,
it could have healed them.
Oh my God, the Dassler Brother podcast, running towards success. Oh my God,
merch for them,
merch for the dead brothers. Yeah, so that was good that he did that. And it might have helped them catapult themselves into success into the 30s as Hitler starts to rise to power.
Don't love that part, yeah.
I don't love that part.
Yeah.
Both of these boys are part of...
Well, we'll just say it. They're Nazis.
They're Nazis.
They're both Nazis.
They're Nazis, which is where I coined my new phrase.
Yeah.
Heil Zinga.
Heil Zinga. I love that.
It's a real Heil Zinga.
That's a real Heil Zinga. My family's Jewish, so I can say Heil Zinga.
I'll have a funny Hitler story later in the show. Remind me, because it is kind of interesting.
Okay.
Listen, full disclosure, Holocaust, I hate it. I go down rabbit holes probably only once every 5 years on the Holocaust. You know how I am with 9/11?
Yes.
Holocaust, once every 5 years, I'll read about it and I'll be like, that number can't be right. And then I'll spend 4 hours remembering how horrible it is.
Wild, yeah.
So this kind of put me off on them altogether.
Agreed.
But it's also kind of like, it's where they were, it's like someone born into Scientology.
Sure.
So you kind of have maybe a little.
It's the entire
but it's
town.
not. You can't forgive
There's no
it.
excuse.
But I don't know how involved they were. So it's like, I don't love it.
I don't love it either. It's just funny because I didn't know that. And so as far as like it.
I didn't know it either. I literally.
Tarnishing their record. I didn't even know.
Half the day I'm like, am I reading all this stuff correctly? And like finally at like 6 o'clock, I was like, were the Dassler brothers Nazi supporters? And it's like, yeah, bitch, they're in the party.
It's like their favorite thing ever.
Oh.
It's like shoes and Nazis are like.
Yeah, I like two things. Tiny mustaches and cleats.
Well, fortunately, in 1932, Adi put his attention onto shoemaking more officially. So he went to maybe it's just like shoe fashion school. It's it's funny, like language, like English and German. It's like me, you know, you like when you Google something and you like make yourself laugh with how many typos you have.
Oh my God. And then, now the older I get, the more I just leave them. I'm like, girl,
I leave them and then Google's like, did you mean this? And you're like, yes. And like, you're fine.
What I hate is when I try to type right and I still miss one. I'm like, did you mean this? I'm like, yeah. But then sometimes I'm just so sloppy. I'm like, figure it out.
And they do. That's what this is. Schuhfachschule is like shoe fashion school, which is a footwear technical college. And Adi wants to get more technical with his education in his shoemaking because, I mean, who knows what his first shoes looked like? He maybe needed training. He was green.
Yeah.
So he's formally studying and he met his future wife there. Her name is Kathy. She was the daughter of one of his instructors and they married and they had 5 children. So by 1938, their company, they have 118 employees. They're producing over 1,000 shoes a day across 11 different sports. So this isn't just like a little podunk family business back in the laundry shed. This is like a real deal company. And that was in 1938. So you said, yes, both brothers joined the Nazi Party. On May 1st, 1933.
I have the Nazi Party was forming. The Dasslers saw opportunity for business.
They saw dollar signs.
Rudolph was the more ardent believer in it, but Adi used his political party as a means to reach the Hitler Youth Clubs.
So, we don't have to love this about them. That's okay.
Heil Zinga.
Heil Zinga.
Merch? I don't feel like that should be merch. I don't think I want people walking around with Heil Zinga.
Definitely not.
Okay, so as much as we don't love it, by the 1930s, their company is now a household name throughout Germany. Like they're one of the, and this town is apparently known as a shoe town. Like I think it was a shoe town before.
There's a crazy ratio of like 14,000 people lived in the town and there were like 200 shoe companies.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this, like a town of centipedes? Why are there so many shoe companies? It is insane.
It's a lot of shoes, especially for back then, where shoes I feel like lasted a while because they were probably made out of quality material.
I think you get like one pair every 50 years.
So now they're a household name. And then we hit a very pivotal moment for them, which is the 1936 Olympics. The Dassler brothers see a big opportunity with the Olympics, which were taking place in Berlin that year, Berlin, Germany. And I don't know who is responsible for it, but
it was Addie. It was
Probably.
Addie.
Yeah,
yes.
That makes sense. So you take that.
So yes, they did see an opportunity. Specifically, Addie saw an opportunity. He saw it.
Can I stop you? Why specifically Addie?
Because it was him who did it.
Oh.
And I will say, we're talking about them being Nazis. Well, let's just say Addie personally sought out Jesse Owens, who's an African-American athlete at the 1936 Berlin Olympic Village, who was from, by the way, Ohio.
Yes, Queen.
Is there a statue of him in your town square? There should be.
I didn't even know him.
So Addie offered Jesse Owens a pair of handmade spikes. And this is, think about the time. Like there's a movie that came out like 10 years ago that's called Race. That's like the story of Jesse Owens and his like rise to prominence. I did not watch this to prepare for this, but sure, I'll put it in my queue.
Who played Addie?
I don't know.
Please tell me it was Matt Damon.
It was Matt Damon.
Okay, good.
So this is like Hitler is like sponsoring these Olympics. Like he's there like in the crowd. Jesse Owens puts on these spikes that Addie gave him personally. And Jesse Owens wins 4 gold medals.
Pretty impressive.
And going out on a real limb. I mean, imagine you're like about to hop on the track and somebody gives you a pair of shoes you've never worn before. What a gamble. There's also one photo of this moment. Did you happen to see this photo?
I don't think I did.
Apparently the photographer was it's the photo of Jesse like trying on the shoes, like sitting down in the grass before the Olympics. Apparently the photographer was so nervous he was like shaking. And so the photo is really like is double exposed and looks really kind of spooky and cool. And it's kind of like, it's the only photo of this moment. And it's a really cool one.
Well, it is a very cool moment. And it definitely puts the shoe company. Now it's just not a household name in Germany. This really puts them on the international shoe scene.
For sure.
Because this is an American athlete wearing these shoes. It's such a big moment. So business is really about to explode.
Absolutely.
And the brothers, I will say, before we get into this argument, which we know is coming, at this time, they're relatively working together. They do kind of have the same goal. They both want to make the best shoe for an athlete that they can make. And then I just started thinking about shoes because as much as of a jock I am, I'm like a at-home jock.
Sure.
I must have.
If the sport was throwing old oranges into a garbage can, you would get the gold.
Absolutely.
But I don't think I've ever seen, you can throw a Frisbee.
I don't know that I'm good at Frisbee. I don't have anyone to play Frisbee with. My Frisbee friend moved. It sounded like I was about to cry. I wasn't.
Are you like trying to recruit?
If anyone wants to play Frisbee with me, I've got the disc. Weird thing about shoes, sports shoes, they're just weird. It's like you're buying like a different animal foot for like whatever you're playing.
Totally.
Like walking in cleats. I don't know that I've ever I'm sure that's something everyone did as a kid. Like at some point your parent took you to buy the cleat or footwear you needed for the finger. And I don't remember ever doing that because I quit when I was skins. I was maybe played soccer for 1 year. I don't remember ever walking.
You never wore a special shoe?
It's weird because I feel like
it'd be baseball.
No.
Soccer.
Baseball, I got made fun of for blowing bubbles in line with my spit. Basketball, I left because I was skins. Soccer, I think I left to go to the concession stands, and I bought this fun candy called like ice cream candy, but it was like little squares that tasted like strawberry ice cream.
Okay, football?
Never football.
Okay,
football
so those would have been the different shoes.
Yeah, though I do feel like I wore cleats once. I don't remember exactly
for a costume and a skit.
Johnny Cleats.
A midnight show at UCB for 10 people.
Yeah, exactly. They're just it's such a weird, that's just a side
well,
to
it's
me.
Funny.
It's such a weird thing. You look at them and like so much thought is going, like even to this day, like that's where these companies are now. They're like constantly trying to figure out the way they can improve the foot and balance of a human being to be the best performer that they can.
Crazy.
And it's never done. It's not like, okay, here's the running shoe forever. It's like, nope. Like
what will they look like in 50 years?
Who knows?
Springs. It's very much like the cars in F1 where it's like such a tiny change. It's the same time, like trying to optimize to make it as fast or as efficient or as would give the upper hand as much as possible. It's like shaving a centimeter off this and then lifting up this a little bit. It's the same thing with shoes. I mean, you look at people used to play basketball in Converse. Are you kidding?
Hey.
I mean, I love Converse.
One of the biggest laughs in all of our podcasts. Wait, you brought up F1. You really liked F1, didn't you?
I liked that show on Netflix.
You liked it a lot, didn't you? You guys like watched all that.
It's a lot of like hot rich guys.
Interesting that you bring up F1. I don't know if you know, but Puma has just recently signed a multi-year contract with F1 to be their sponsor.
They should make the car look like a Puma.
You mean a Puma?
Puma.
Yeah, they should.
It's so funny. It's Puma and not based on the animal, which I know the animal is part of the
It is
logo,
based on the animal.
But Puma?
That's just how you say it.
That's how you say Puma?
I think they're Puma.
Interesting.
But it is based on the animal.
A Puma is a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Which is a cougar.
I know. I hate it when I see those things. Like, what do you call this animal? And there's like 9 different things and they're all the right thing. I didn't know that. There's one cat in the woods.
There's only one cat in the woods. I mean, we had them around here. Griffith Park, there was a very famous mountain lion P22 that got hit by a car. And they're making a lot of efforts to try to make like wildlife bridges for pumas to cross. So we have pumas just up the street. We have cougars, mountain lions. They're all the same thing.
How is a mountain lion and a puma the same thing? I thought pumas were black and slick. And lions were like scared.
Lions have manes.
Manes.
Yeah.
Men lions.
Men lions have manes.
All right. So now we're starting to get a little more tension, I think, between the brothers.
Sure.
One, because they're having these successes. And when they're having these successes, there's articles written about them. And those articles are focusing on Addie.
Yes. Okay.
And Rudolph isn't loving that. But Addie's like the guy who's doing the tech. And then it's like, of course, that's who they're going to talk to. They're not going to be like, we'd love a sit down with your salesman. Nobody cares about Rudolph. And I'll be honest, I think the bitch is just jealous.
Oh, wow. Yeah, probably.
I think he's a little jealous.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like the kind of thing like he has the more charismatic personality. The typical thing you would expect is that he's like the face of the business because he's so charismatic and like he's out there, that like what you would think is that, oh, he's who people want to talk to. And then Addie is the one tinkering away in the shed measuring his shoes. Yeah. So it's kind of like Addie's getting the spotlight he deserves, but I think Rudolph may be a little salty over it. Because he's the more outgoing one and feels like he would be great at it. I know what that feels like. Sure, of course.
But regardless of what's going on, because of both of them and these steps that they've made, whoever decided them, leading up to World War II, sales spiked to nearly 200,000 pairs of shoes a year. And the relationship with Jesse Owens actually played a pivotal part in the war beyond just increasing sales. I don't know if you came across this, but in the war, like once the war happened, we're now in World War II, which we've talked about in half of our shows. For most places, World War II is usually a pivot as for a brand in some way or another because of resources. They either start making something different or changing how they make their things to stay afloat. So in Germany, a lot of these shoe places were going down. They just either couldn't sustain what was going on in the war. And that probably would have been the fate for the brothers' company as well. But when the American soldiers came in, they realized that these were the shoes that Jesse Owens was promoting. So they're like, you know what, you're cool. So they allowed the company to stay open for that reason.
They're like, clearly you're like a homie.
You're good.
Yeah, yeah.
They did pivot with World War II. Instead of making athletic shoes, they did start to make boots for the soldiers. Not loving that. I mean, I do love a high boot, but I do like a high, shiny boot. Not on me.
You've mentioned a few times that you really like high, shiny boots. And I just feel like, girl, get them. You in thigh-high patent leather boots? If that's your dream, live your truth.
You know why I think I like a high boot? I think it goes along with sleeping in jeans. There's something about I feel like I can feel that tightness on my leg. It's like just being constantly swaddled.
Well, yeah, then girl, get yourself a thigh-high boot.
I should just get some compression socks. It's a cheaper.
You know where you need to go? Lululemon for some leggings, because them things are tight.
Tight.
Yes.
Maybe I should get into leggings. So not only do they make boots for the soldiers, they pivot from that and start making like anti-tank weapons, like to like bring down the tanks of like the opposing forces.
Yeah, they're really like doubling down on supporting their team.
Yeah.
Which we don't love.
We don't love
on the
that.
record. Also, speaking of jealousy, Rudolph was really jealous that Adolf kept getting sent back home after being drafted because Rudolph had to like keep fighting in the war. And Adolf could be like, well, I have my little shoe business. I have to like stay home. And so Rudolph was really jealous about that. And he said he would not hesitate to get the factory shut down. Yeah. So that you would have to like get your ass into war.
He was not convinced that. He thought because, so like you're saying, Addie gets drafted for World War II. They release him. They're like, no, you're essential for your business. And then my boy gets drafted and like, no, you're staying in the war. And it's like, he thought either one, Addie could have helped him not be drafted or get
like,
out of the war.
My brother needs to come in. I need his help with the factory.
He's just as important
essential.
as me. It's our company. We got to do it together. That didn't happen.
He was a little mum's the word about it.
So his mum's the word about it. So Rudolph comes up with the whole plan to escape. He manages to sneak out of the war. He abandoned his duties on the front line. But then he gets arrested either on his way back to the factory or at the factory. And he thinks that Addie may have turned him in. Like, oh, just so you know, my brother escaped the war. He's here at the thing or he's on his way. So then he gets like captured and imprisoned for like a year while Addie just gets to like run the business for a year.
Lacing up my shoes.
Yeah. But going back to like what they've pivoted to. So those anti-tank things, they're basically, it's a rocket launcher capable of blowing up Allied tanks. So he's in there making
the company has pivoted into now just like tank exploders.
And there's at least 9 forced laborers that were known to have worked for the company. So basically he has slaves. He's building like things to blow up American tanks.
Sure.
So yeah, that's your guy.
Yeah, we don't love either of them at this moment.
My guy just wants to be like on the front of like People magazine. Your guy's like actively trying to kill everybody.
German's sexiest man.
Yeah.
That might be true.
So the war ends, Rudolph is released, and then the Americans start punishing anyone that was like helping the Nazi party. Rudolph is arrested again. My guy wants to be a police officer. He's now like arrested and in jail twice. He tries to plead his case. Addie confirmed his relation and he gets another year in jail. Like Addie, it seems like from my point of view.
Sure, yeah.
Addie is trying to keep this guy in jail.
He's giving his brother the spanking. I mean, well, we all know what that's like. Your older brother has been spanking you your whole life and now you get a chance to bend him over and spank him. And we all know what that's like. Sure.
1946, your guy was classified as a belastator by the denazification panel and was facing potential time in prison and possible removal from management of the shoe company, neither which have happened. So basically, Rudolph is just dying to get power. He wants power in this company. Yeah. He cannot get it for the life of him.
It's just not going great. Like, let's just admit it. You guys, like, do you even really want to be working together? You know what I mean? It's like two couples in couples therapy, they're fighting. It's like, do you want to be
Why do you
together?
want
like,
to be together?
Why are you fighting so hard to be a part of this company? This like guy, you hate him. You think he's like trying to get you thrown into jail and like, just let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
We got to know when to fold him and walk away.
Well, I don't know if he was ready to walk away, but Rudolph did make statements that Adolf was the mastermind behind making the weapons in the factory.
Mastermind, that's a pretty harsh term.
He was totally innocent and he would have stopped him had he not been in prison, but he couldn't because he was in a prison camp. So he's the one that did it, not me.
That's
the panel did not listen to Rudolph at all. Addie was found not guilty and head of the company over Rudolph.
Okay, well, there you go.
So now we're at the fight. I don't know what you found. I found that there's many possible reasons this fight could have happened. Maybe.
Well, it's still disputed. There's no official testimony from anybody closely related. Obviously, they're long dead, but nobody associated has had any public record of why specifically that happened on that day.
Yeah.
But we know it was after the war. There was some kind of feud that was irreconcilable, we would say.
Now, some of the reasons I have that could have caused that feud or thrown gasoline on it.
I feel like we've already mentioned like 10 reasons why.
Sure. These are not necessarily related to those. Addie was jealous
Okay.
of Rudolph.
Yeah.
Who was a known womanizer. That's my boy.
Interesting.
Nazi womanizer.
Uh-huh.
And suspected that he had f***ed his wife.
That's actually the only one that would make sense.
Yeah.
To be like that mad. Because part of me is like, maybe they love this like game of cat and mouse, this like rivalry, this sibling feud. And it's all kind of like part of like how they get off. But that would be the final straw for sure.
Yeah. And there was another thing that I said that the wives didn't get along. That would go hand in hand with that if they didn't know for sure, but suspected that maybe something had happened.
Yeah.
So that was one reason. And then the other reasons we mentioned, Rudy thinking that he turned him in or like could have helped him and didn't. And just jealousy, just him, Addie running this factory and Rudy not being able to. But it does seem like there's something bigger at play here. And I don't know if one day someone just said, yeah, he f***ed his wife. And now that's just part of lore or if there's any truth to that.
I mean, if I was that wife, I would take that secret to my grave.
Yeah.
We would have to exhume the body.
But whatever the reasoning was, they're done.
They're done.
They're done.
Let's just call it. It's not working out. We're fighting constantly. We're trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Literally.
There's only one way to go about this. So in 1948, the year that In-N-Out was created, which 1948 comes up a lot. I feel like
the year Bobo was born.
The year Bobo was born. I feel like there should be some research done in 1948. It seems to have been a pivotal year in Earth's history. They're just done with each other. And they're like, you know what? Let's split up the company. They divide it up. Some employees go with Addie. I think Rudolph got like 14 people came with him.
Addie got 47 employees. I don't know if those were all from their joint company, but he started his company with 47 employees. This is what we mentioned earlier. It wasn't just the company that got divided or the family got divided. The Herzogenaurach was divided by the Auroch River, which ran right through, and that became the literal dividing line. So the Adidas, which is, well, just spoil it. He started a company called Adidas. He tried to register ADDAS, but that was taken. So he just drew it with pencil, a little I in the middle. And that's how it became Adidas.
I heard that it's his name.
Yeah, it is. But Adidas was, I guess, what he thought sounded better.
But I think that's what's interesting about it. It's literally his first name, Adi, and then Dassler at the beginning of his last name. That's how, and because then my guy kind of copied him and tried to do the same thing. So when he created his company, it was originally called Ruda, R-U-D-A, first name, last name. But within less than a year, he changed it to Puma. Puma, because he thought the strength and speed of the cat was much more conducive to athletic shoe.
I think that was a good move.
Yeah.
So like we said, Adidas was north, Puma was south. The employees of the two companies, they didn't speak to each other. They used separate bars, bakeries, barbershops. It was just like a true Montague and Capulet division of the entire town. The town had the nickname the town of bent necks because residents would glance down at each other's shoes before deciding if they should talk to someone.
Someone walks into the town, they walk to the front door of the town, and everyone's like, oh, Adidas.
Oh, one of us.
Over the river.
Okay, you can go.
Over the river and through the woods.
Isn't that crazy?
You know what it reminds me of, and I should bring this up because I got in trouble for not making this reference in Hidden Valley Ranch. Someone got on to me. Was it Alex? I forget. I apologize for forgetting. They like it when I make Lucy references.
Oh, I love that.
And there's an I Love Lucy episode where she makes her own salad dressing and goes on TV. She's like, I can't believe you didn't bring that up. So now I'm bringing that up. But this is also like that I Love Lucy episode where she fights with Ricky and they decide to, there's two actually, where they decide they divide their living room in half with a piece of tape, and one gets one half, one gets the other. And when they go into business with the Mertzes and open a restaurant, which I watched with you.
We watched that episode recently.
And they get in a fight and they also divide the restaurant in half.
What a fun sitcom device that was. There's so many episodes of family sitcoms where siblings are fighting. I mean, I feel like there's a Laverne and Shirley probably, like where it's tape down the middle of the room. And that
someone
is just
always gets
the
best. Like, you have the bathroom.
You have the door to leave. Well, I need to ask permission to go through. It's like of course, you have the window, you have the whatever. I mean, the light switch. There's so much fun to be had there. That's basically what happened on a bigger scale with this river. They basically took a piece of tape and divided it down the town.
Yeah. And what is crazy is the negotiations that they have on how they're going to split this up is the last time these two men ever speak.
Crazy.
They never talk again.
They never spoke again.
We'll get to their death, but it's also, they hated each other so much to the death. I read that even when they died, they made sure they were buried as far apart as they could be in the same cemetery. Yes, like one's at the front door, one's at the back door. It's just so, it's almost comical at that point.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
While we're talking about the World Cup, just because that was the inspiration for this episode. So the product obsession that Adi had with his shoes and his spikes and his like specialized sport things. So he created interchangeable screw-in, we'll say soccer, football, shoes, like studs that could be screwed into the bottom of the shoe that he developed that let West Germany adapt to a muddy field mid-match. So it was like in the middle of the match, the field is really muddy. It's like, wait, I have my special little screw-on adapters, go-go gadget shoes. And he put them on mid-match in the 1954 World Cup final. It's called the Miracle of Bern. And the result is credited with helping restore German national pride after the war.
I mean,
because their egos were really bruised after all the whole Nazi thing. They really needed a morale boost. And Adi was a big part of that.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Well, when Puma decided to change their name to Puma, they needed a logo. So they hired Lutz Backus to create he was a German caricaturist.
Oh, fun.
To create that logo, who could have been a multimillionaire had he chosen a commission, which Puma did offer him, but he decided on a one-off payment. Just like the lady who she didn't make that choice, Nike did, but Nike did the same thing, the swoosh. But Nike has gone back and given her stocks and money and stuff.
I mean, never take the one-time payment. Never take the one-time
unless it's
payment.
The lottery. I hear that's the smart choice for lottery.
Oh, really? Instead of getting installments?
I feel like I'm going to do lottery, do 20 payments, and then like next year they're going to be like, we're shutting down the lottery. All payments are in void. I'm like, girl, I only got $30,000.
That's funny. A caricature artist did the original draft of the Puma had like big funny eyes and like goofy teeth and like a big ass. I'm too sensitive to get a caricature drawn. I'll be honest. I don't feel comfortable.
I got one in Santa Barbara years ago, and I remember just being disappointed. It's like my eyes, like I felt like my eyes would have been really big.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel like he emphasized what he should have. I would like to do one. That's a whole thing on TikTok. These caricature artists in Waikiki, and they're so good. It's unbelievable. They're like, wow. It's like,
are they mean?
Some of them, but it's like they're so good you can't even be mad. But it is the reveal, and you can tell. Like sometimes you just see
someone's
their soul.
Like, my teeth are that big. Like, oh god, my chin.
It'll be like a couple, and if like one of them has a slightly big jaw, he'll make the jaw so big that the other person in the couple is like swimming in their mouth.
Yeah, we think our necks are like, not too bad. And then it's like all like drowning in our neck gobbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really sad.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Speaking of logos, Adi wanted a way to visually identify his shoes. You could see them from a distance. You know that those are Adidas. So he started with 2. He tried 5, 4, 3 is the right number of stripes. And this is a very fiercely protected for all of his siblings, like you, fiercely protected trademark. Adidas has sued out the wazoo. I mean, so many companies like J. Crew will put like 3 little stripes on the side of their little white sneaker. And it's like,
they own 3 stripes on all apparel.
We're on the side of a sneaker.
No, Adidas, I do get confused, but I like them both. They have, I think I know why. I think it's different lines. They've also got that big like lotus flower.
The trefoil thing.
I like that.
Yeah, that was their main logo for a while, and it's since been replaced by something that looks kind of like a pyramid.
Right.
But the retro stuff has that trefoil thing on it, which I really like that too. On a tracksuit, it's a cute look.
Fun fact, I helped my friend Nicole. I day played in the wardrobe department on a movie that James Earl Jones was in years ago. And when we wrapped, the costume designer had gotten a bunch of Adidas product placement and gave me a cool black shirt with the big
it's cool.
Yeah, logo.
That's fun.
Fun fact. And in that movie, I got James Earl Jones to sign my Darth Vader Pez and my Star Wars VHS. Like two of the lamest things to get signed.
Why? Why so lame?
I didn't at the time. I wasn't my thing yet, so I didn't know. Those are the only things I grabbed, and I was just day playing, so I was only there a couple of days, and I had those things, so I took them.
I mean, good for you for getting anything.
And what I love about him is anything he signed, he would write James Earl Jones and in parentheses Darth Vader, like we didn't know who he was. That's really cute. I just thought that was
on a Darth Vader Pez. It's like we know.
We know. If I die, that's in my red cabinet on the wall.
Okay.
The Pez. I don't know where the VHS is anymore. It's somewhere.
Eaten by rats.
All right, so we've mentioned over and over, this rivalry goes on even now that they have separate companies. The town's divided. You can't date or marry across company lines. Rudolph would pass away in 1974, leaving the company to his son. Adolph would die in 1978, leaving the company to his son as well. I like that I think they were born like 2 or 4 years apart and died like 4 years. Like they lived almost the exact same amount of time.
They have nothing to live for once the other one was dead. It was like that was fueling them, the competition.
Yeah. The rivalry with the sons, I didn't read if the sons fought, but the rivalry between the two companies would still last for almost 30 years. But in 2009, Adidas and Puma participated in a friendly soccer match to signify that the animosity of the companies in the town were officially over.
I mean, yeah, let's move on. Girl. Can I go to the same barber as a Puma family, or can we just like call it?
It took you 8 years after 9/11 to like still be like, you know what? They've been dead for 30 years.
Like, why are we fighting?
I do think I mean, at that point, it's like Microsoft and Apple. It's
sure, it's kind of, they're in on it. It's like a little fun.
You need the competition to make better products, probably, because I think now they kind of just go back and forth between.
It seems like
innovation. I do think Adidas is a much bigger company. So that's kind of the history of them. Now, I mean, I think something that they probably both get credit for, and if as far as like picking a winner, I don't know, it may just come down to like who you like more, but something that I think they invented when they were a company of one was the whole idea of getting your shoes on famous people.
Oh, for sure.
And that is something that both companies to this day still desperately rely on, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say your company, and I'm sure you'll talk about it and defend it, has a big hazinga in the signing of Kanye West. He seemed psychotic. He had a big anti-Semitic.
I mean, really in line with the brothers' origin.
I'm surprised they didn't raise him to president.
They had to like incinerate. I don't know if they got incinerated, but they lost like millions of dollars of inventory once they severed their ties with Kanye. So they just like had shoes that they were just like, we're not selling these anymore. Which, I mean, good for them for doing that. But they were one of the holdouts because like the Gap immediately dropped them. They're like, do we have to do it? And then everyone else dropped them, and they're like, okay, we'll drop them too. Okay.
It was funny watching that play out because then like 6 months later, like, because Gap had signed a thing with Kanye too, and he made the stupidest clothes. It would be like,
did you see his Adidas sneakers? They're so ugly. And it's like you think a Croc is ugly?
You think a Croc is ugly? Get a Yeezy, Beastie, whatever the freak they're called.
So
people
ugly.
waiting in line, though I don't judge because I wait in line for things that other people think are stupid.
Yeah.
But like people fighting over these, they're just, and everything that Kanye does to me feels like he's trying to play a joke on people.
Yes.
And he's at home laughing, watching everyone wear his stupid stuff.
Sure.
Maybe that's not true.
People still are buying them. Like if you look them up on eBay, like people are about hundreds of dollars, high hundreds for like these very rare now Yeezy Adidas.
Yeah. I'm still like a Converse. I just like cheese pizza, like simple shoes.
Yeah, these are not simple shoes.
They are not simple shoes. I will say some of the people that Puma has brought into their stall, the big one is Usain Bolt. Are you familiar with him?
Are you kidding? He's awesome.
See, I'm not. All these people, it's like I know the name, but it's like
I feel the fastest man in the world.
I know. I have that in my notes. I was like, in 2008, he became the fastest man in the world. I just don't know these things, so I feel kind of like a fraud talking about them. But they apparently share one of the most iconic partnerships in sports history. I think when Puma was able to sign him, they were wanting that to be like their Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
And when they signed him, he was only like 16. He was 16 years old. He went on to secure 8 Olympic gold medals while wearing custom design spikes.
They should have him race a Puma and see who's faster.
I love that.
That would be really cool.
That seems safe and cool. They should have him ride a Puma down the Fashion Week.
They could put the Puma in like a tunnel, an anti-mall tunnel.
Yeah.
How do you get it to run though? Yes.
20 years later, that's the old Puma
for the
tunnel.
2028 Olympics.
Puma built it and they didn't tear it down. So now we just live with it. There was a moment when Usain didn't do that well and they thought about like stopping his contract, but they didn't. They stuck by him because they're like, he's young, you know.
Give him some time.
Give him a little bit of time. And then your guys, Adidas, tried to steal him away.
That sounds about right.
And he was like, you know what? I feel very loyal to Puma. They've been very good to me. So he stayed with them.
Good for you, Usain.
So I thought that was great.
That's cool. You had mentioned, too, that this model of giving shoes to athletes, that was something that like Adi really kind of like pioneered. And his son, even like we talked about, you know, with in the Olympics and early on in the 30s doing that. But his son, Horst Dassler, was running the company. And he is thought of as the reason why sports marketing looks the way it does, where you have what is called like a pyramid model, where you give the free shoes and money to the top athletes and federations, and everyone underneath follows the brand by default. So like it's like creates almost like a bidding war for these kind of athlete sponsorships that is thought of as maybe not necessarily being a good thing because so much money is being poured into these crazy deals. But it is credited kind of with Horst for like starting that like insane high contracts for athletes to wear only your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like when I watched the documentary, it was interesting to see like all the photographs through the eyes of a shoe company. Like they're always like if someone's at the podium getting a gold medal, I honestly don't think I'm looking at their shoe and like, I'm going to buy that shoe.
If I wear those shoes, I'll be as fast as him. That would never cross my mind.
Yeah. So I'm curious about like marketing, how that works. Is it just sneakerheads that see that maybe? Or like,
I mean, who's driving by the Staples Center and being like, that's where I'm going to buy copy paper? I don't understand this kind of like name recognition from brand deals. But yeah, maybe for like a little kid growing up, you want Air Jordans because that's what your hero is, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Staples Center, I think I don't always realize it, but every stadium is named after something. Like even like
every stadium.
Intuit, I didn't know that was a thing. And then all of a sudden I saw like a commercial for it. I'm like, oh, that's like a bank.
Intuit is like QuickBooks.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, oh, that's like a bank. I didn't know. Like everything is like something dumb.
Everything is, yes, as a sponsorship because it's like $1 million. It's like ways to generate so much money for your stadium. It's like $1 million.
It costs like $1 million.
500,000. Can we do an on-brand stadium in Ohio, in Cincy?
I would love that. The one in Cincy where I saw Taylor Swift, I forget what it's something. Everyone's gonna get mad at me because I don't know. It's like parkour, but it's not. Even that I realized like, oh, that's a bank. They're all banking things. Staples Center is now crypto.com, which nobody calls it that.
I refuse to call it crypto.com. It's the Staples Center.
All right, so who are you touting? Kanye, that's your main guy. Okay.
Excuse me.
That makes sense.
We have to give credit where credit is due. This is the shell toe Adidas took over the streets in the 1970s and 80s in New York City. Shell-toed Adidas were very popular when I was in middle school. It was like kids either wore shell-toed Adidas or Converse. I have been wearing Converse since I was literally 12. So I was loyal to that. I also hated the shell toe. Only the shell turned yellow.
Yeah.
So the leather would stay white and the shell would yellow, which I didn't like.
I hate anything that yellows. I was at my dentist last week getting a filling and they had this big like air conditioner or air filter thing that was completely yellow just because
I hate that.
And it makes me think I'm in a smoker's den.
It's so gross. Why does that happen?
Just the material.
Just make it yellow to start.
Make it bright yellow.
So the Adidas Superstar was that shell-toed Adidas. It came out as a technical basketball shoe in 1969. And that shell-toe design is what made it instantly recognizable and iconic. But it became street fashion in New York in the 70s and 80s. And Adidas didn't even really know that this was kind of happening. It was kind of like under the radar. It's like, I feel like that like Doc Martens, it's like you find like a little like, oh, our shoe is doing really well in this like one neighborhood in this one part of town in this one era. And they didn't really know why or how that started. Then we have Run DMC. So Run DMC loved the Adidas Superstars. They had no endorsement deal. They had nothing. They would wear them unlaced. They would be like kind of like a prison culture look where you can't have laces in your sneakers. That was kind of like a, street fashion.
Yeah.
In 1986, they released a song called My Adidas, which was a kind of a clapback against an anti-sneaker novelty record called Felon Shoes that painted sneaker and tracksuit kids as troublemakers. And that's obviously a big part of the Adidas look, the tracksuit and the sneakers. The manager for Run DMC, Lyer Cohen, invited Adidas executives to the group's show July 19th, 1986 at Madison Square Garden. Taylor Swift's wedding venue, on their Raising Hell tour. Mid-song, Run told the sold-out crowd, about 40,000 people, to hold their Adidas in the air. I got chills. Watching from the stage, this like executive at Adidas saw everybody in the crowd hold up like an Adidas shoe. And he had no idea that this had taken over in this way. And he's seeing this audience for his shoe that he had never anticipated. And he was like, you couldn't even pay for this kind of publicity. This was just like a totally organic moment where this rap trio created this sensation.
That's a pretty good moment.
He flew back to LA. He called an emergency meeting, and Adidas came back with hip hop's first ever endorsement deal between 1 and 1.6 million. So it was the first ever partnership between a musical act and an athletic brand.
That one's pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
I saw that in the documentary. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, Puma had American sprinters Tommy Smith, who won gold, and John Carlos, who wore bronze.
Okay.
And they stage a historic protest on the 200-meter medal podium. During the national anthem, they bowed their heads and raised black-gloved fists to protest racial injustice in the United States. As part of their protest, they wore no shoes. They had one Puma on the ground, one Puma in their hand, up in the air for the protest to advocate for human rights and Black amateur athletes who were struggling financially.
Well, that is cool, too.
That was pretty cool,
Wow,
too.
Both holding shoes up in the air?
Who knew?
Oh, my God. If the brothers could see that...
If Walt Disney could see those boys holding those shoes. I will say something a little shitty about Adidas.
Yeah, what?
In the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City, Adidas paid customs at the airport to not allow Pumas to enter the country.
Wow.
Puma had to get creative and like sneak shoes to people and they didn't even get all their shoes out, but they got enough shoes out. That is the same Olympics that what I just told you happened.
Wow,
If they had, so if Adidas had gotten their way, that powerful moment
would never
have happened.
Wow, little airport security hijinks. That's kind of like you trying to smuggle in your frostings and your dips and things, your ribs. Did they not know about tipping a little money to the curbside guy? Maybe that would have helped.
Speaking of, my Dolly Parton frosting that got taken away from me.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Walter Clyde Frazier Jr. He was a basketball guy. Everyone's like, basketball guy, John. He's like the most famous basketball guy. I'm like, I think he's some basketball guy. Adidas did get into the basketball game and everyone like was wearing Adidas for basketball. And they talk about it like they were so flooded. Puma was like, what are we going to do? And the strategy they came up with is they basically got him on the foot of Clyde Frazier and just promoted the hell out of it. So it seemed like they were everywhere. Yeah. But it's really just this one famous guy that had him. He really took to him. He's kind of credited with being the first person to show that you had your shoes that you wore for your game, but you could also wear them as part of like your lifestyle too. Yeah. So people were wearing them off of the court. He signed an endorsement deal with Puma in 1971, and it led to the creation of the Puma Clyde in 1973. Puma suede design for basketball with his name below the Puma logo, which made him the first NBA player to receive a signature shoe.
Oh, that's fun.
And all his buddies are like making fun of him, like, oh, you got your own shoe. And he's like, at first, like at the beginning of the contract, he only got paid like $5,000, but unlimited shoes. Oh, how funny. I'm assuming that was more in his favor.
Imagine if somebody offered you unlimited something for part of your deal, what you would ask for.
I don't know. I'd be like...
I think you'd be a monster.
Today, just getting more recently, now Puma works with such celebrities. Maybe you've heard of them. Selena Gomez. Heard of her?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Signed in 2017, a 2-year contract worth over $30 million. Stuff like that makes me
my God.
Nauseous.
It's like, can you just like wear Pumas when you go to Erewhon and we'll give you $30 million?
$30 million. I'm like dreading to go to the gas station this week. Rihanna, we love her. Mm-hmm. I saw the cutest video of Rihanna this week. It's probably old, but it was like her at a grocery store. Like Queen just like grocery shops herself. She's like, I need some Tostito scoops.
You need to pick out your own stuff. You know, I don't trust these Instacart guys.
Yeah. And this woman comes up to her who is navigating cancer and she didn't have her wig on and her hair's like almost all gone. She's like, I'm so sorry for how I look. I'm going to cry. She's like, I'm so sorry for how I look. Can I get a picture? And Rihanna's like, girl. And she just like lifts her up, and it's
so
I didn't even plan to tell that or cry, but it's just like, you don't say that. Like, you were like beautiful. She's like, I love the hairline. Like, she's just so, like, she seems like such a good lady.
I love Rihanna.
Yeah.
You know who's better than both these guys? Rihanna. She's the winner.
You know who's not a Nazi? Rihanna. So
From
Rihanna
Barbados.
has...
So you can vote for either Adi, Rudolph, or Rihanna.
Rihanna has worked with them. So is The Weeknd and Eminem's daughter.
Good for her. And get your money where you
I
can,
said
girl.
Eminem's daughter. Yeah, so those are my celebrity highlights, and I'll just finish mine off. Currently, 2026, they're expecting a little dip in revenue. They are going to combat that, they're going to reduce global corporate workforce by 900 white-collar roles.
Oh, okay.
They are also have a major plan.
Sharon in accounting, you're on notice.
No shit. They have a major plan of attack to decrease inventory, which they're going to be doing through inventory clearance rather than destroying goods, which a lot of high fashion places
good.
do.
I hate
that too.
It makes me scream.
I want to see every hobo out there in Adidas and Burberry and Coach. And then their top 3 goal, I love this. What's their big goal? To be third place behind Nike and Adidas.
Wow.
They're okay with being, they're not like, we are going to kick their asses. They're like, you know what? Let's just get
You know who would hate that? Rudolph.
Yeah.
Rudolph would be like, bitch, don't accept third. You kick their asses.
They do say when they announced it, right above Rudolph's grave, you could hear a slight rumbling.
Yeah, I bet.
So that's what I have on Puma. That's where they are today. Good brand. Do you want to wrap your boy up?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. So the headline for Adidas is that they are the official match ball supplier for the FIFA World Cup, which is a partnership they've had since the 1970s. Like you mentioned, Nike is the top dog. No one can touch Nike. Adidas is number 2. And I'll say, looking at this, some of these tracksuits from the 1970s, I'm like, I actually would like a vintage Adidas tracksuit.
I wouldn't mind
cool.
a piece of Adidas. Puma, I kind of like the looks of them, but they don't feel very me.
I've had a pair of those Pumas before, the suede with the...
They're kind of like a ballerina. They almost look like a ballerina slipper. They're like narrow.
I don't know. I feel like you're on a shoe journey. You'll be like, I hate Crocs, and you have Crocs. Yeah, I saw you in Birkenstocks. Like, I'm seeing you in shoes I ain't never thought I'd see you in.
I know.
It's
true.
possible next week. One shell-toed Adidas and one Puma.
That's literally the Insta egg. I already made part of a clamshell shoe, and then the shoestrings are like in battle.
Cute. How fun.
Yeah.
Well, the true winner is Rihanna and her lifting up that old lady. But other than that, we will leave it to the listeners. We'll put up a poll on Instagram and we can see who you think is the winner. And if you have a personal story, if you feel maybe your great grandma knew Rudolph and knows if he slept with Adi's wife, share your story about the brands and we will read them on Off Brand.
I did forget one headline that I wanted to read from 2025, and the headline was, Puma made Fashion Week fun again.
Oh, that's nice.
They did have a big fashion show in 2025 that was very fun to watch. Cute. I like it when
Anna Wintour cracked a grin.
Yeah.
She had her first fun she's had in 30 years.
Yeah, we should have her on the show.
I was just laughing because I remember that you called Greta Van Umberg, and they said they were laughing because like the week before you called Jesse Eisenberg Jesse Van Umberg.
Sometimes you just have to be confident where you're headed, and it's now become the podcast version of me typing with misspells and just being like, they'll figure it out.
It's like, bitch, move on.
Girl, you know what I'm talking about.
You know, Jesse Van Umberg. What was that movie? It's just Van Umberg is such a
Jesse
funny.
Van
don't
Umberg
know the last name. It's such a bold last name if you don't know. We're having fun. This was a fun battle. We duked it out for the king of the ball, the king of the, what do they call the pitch?
The pitch. That's our pitch. I will say for me, I would say both current incarnations of the brands are on brand for me.
Yeah.
I could see myself purchasing something from either one of them.
Sure.
Not going out of my way for them, but I'm glad that they're at a truce and now they are against hating Jewish people.
Should we move their graves? side by side.
Oh my God, that would be great. And then both companies like crumble, like something bad happens.
It created a curse.
But yeah, for me, I'd say they're both on brand now, not when they were Nazis.
No.
This was a big switch for me. When
Absolutely.
they were Nazis, no. Now, yes.
There you go. I'm same.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. Well, yeah. Let us know your stories. Let us know who you declare to be the winner. We'll put up something, I'm sure, on Instagram. Sorry if Instagram's the only way that you're able to communicate with us and you're not on Instagram and you feel like you're missing out. But you know what? Get on there because we put a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah. Well, post that video of Rihanna.
We'll post that video of Rihanna. You can see me dressed up like Madonna. You can see the posters that Marisa makes. You can see the supplemental materials. We're going to let you know if these boys were hot or not. I think I have the very first Puma picture to put up. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Oh, this was a Hazinga.
Scared me.
I reminded myself, since you didn't remind me.
What?
There was a teeny bit of controversy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had all these other things I want to talk about. I'm throwing these in really quick. I thought this was fun only because they were both started in 1948. In 2019, In-N-Out Burger sued Puma for a shoe that they put out that said they were copying them. And then I looked it up and I'm like, it's just a white shoe that has some red and yellow. It's like kind of looks like In-N-Out, but it seemed like a big reach.
That's very off-brand for In-N-Out to be so litigious over such a dumb thing.
I know. They're like, it's our look. And then Puma was like, it's California lifestyle. And they're like, no. So I thought that was funny. In 1986, Puma launched computer shoes that had a computer chip that would track your steps and stuff, which was like a modern day like Apple Watch. But they did it in 1986.
I love that.
And Puma is more popular than Nike and Adidas in India.
Cool.
They became the leading sportswear brand in 2015, identified by whatever. But the one that I think is really interesting, look this up when you get back home. Adidas released a shoe, I think in 2020, called Storm Adrenaline. If you look at it from the top view, it looks like Hitler. Like there's like black suede pieces and it looks like some people say Hitler, some people say Edgar Allan Poe, but it looks like a black hair with where the
like a little mustache
with the tongue is. There's like a little black mustache.
Oh my God, that
and I was
is
like,
wild.
what are you talking about? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh my God. So
that would be a really bold move for them to have done that intentionally.
They didn't take it seriously enough to remove it from the line. So you can still buy them for relatively cheap, $30 if you want some Hitler shoes. All right, before we go, I need to give our shout outs to our Freak of the Week. If you don't know what a Freak of the Week is, every Wednesday in our Instagram story, I post a puzzle. If you can solve that puzzle and let me know what our brand is going to be that week, I'm going to send you a little freak badge to let you know what kind of freak you are. And I'm going to put your name in our Wheel of Freaks, which I spin 5 times every week. And those are our lucky Freaks of the Week. And this week, those people are Kelsey Carroll. We have MSG for John, Dr. Yosef, Laura M., and Meg Carithi. So thank you guys so much for playing the Insta Egg. This was for the Krispy Kreme Insta Egg. I appreciate you playing it. I love making them. And like I said, if you're not on Instagram, get on there. And like I said at the beginning of the show, if you don't subscribe to our YouTube, On Brand the Podcast, get on there, click subscribe. It's free to do. We're trying to make some money here.
While we're giving you shout outs, I'd like to shout out a love listener who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Forgot to breathe before I started talking. We have Sunny Crockett says, this is a great cast. I've been here since I think the Pogs episode. I find the show to be consistently fun and interesting. I almost always have a fun fact to share after listening. Almost.
Almost. Even Siri was like, what?
If you haven't left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, please do. Boost the show, boost morale, boost spirits. Check us out on Instagram at OnBrandThePod, TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast. Play John's Insta Egg game. Chat with John in jeans, in bed, with peeps.
Sweating,
hot. In leggings, in thigh-high boots.
Compression socks, thigh-high boots, and leggings.
And with that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
And remember, we may go off topic, but we'll always be on brand.
Bye.
Bye.